Alright, let's go ahead and get into method number one, which is going to be kelp farms. These dried kelp blocks right here is enough to make you $1 million on a DonutSMP if you're selling every dried kelp block for about $750. Sometimes it's higher, sometimes it's lower. For this, I'm going to give it a difficulty rating of 2 stars because it's very easy to find schematics like the IKEA, the McDonald's, and even my own design, the Campbell Corp kelp farms, that are all very good farms. So the difficult rating, I'm going to put it at a 2. Now, the profitability rating. Oh my gosh. Profitability rating. I'm definitely going to give this one a 5 star because they're very easy to scale and very easy to have very big farms with thousands of smokers in them. Your only limits to this really are going to be hopper limit and things like that. Alright, now moving on to method number 2, we have bamboo. Bamboo is very, very good if you have a large scale bamboo farm. It takes about 197 stacks of bamboo to get yourself to $1 million. Now, it is most definitely easier if you convert it into the bamboo planks or the bamboo block for less stacks, more money. But yeah, as for the difficulty rating on this one, I'm definitely gonna have to give it a 3 star. Hold up, my stars aren't copy pasting. I'm definitely gonna have to give it a 3 star just because you do need a very, very big farm and they can get rated pretty easily because they're just so big. And I'm gonna give the profitability probably about 4 stars. And the only reason I'm saying 4 stars is because if you have a very, very big bamboo farm, you can make millions of dollars a day. There's some bamboo farms that make up to $700 million a day, which is just insanity for a farm. On to method number 3. Method number 3 is going to be black concrete. Black concrete is definitely one of the best early game methods out there. It can definitely help you get your first $5 to $10 million pretty easily on the server. Each black concrete block goes for anywhere from 100k to about 200k per stack, which means you can get anywhere from 5 stacks to 10 stacks to $1 million. So for the difficulty, I'm definitely gonna have to give it a 2 star. Just because it's not all that difficult. It's pretty easy, and it just takes a lot of time. Now for the profitability, I'm definitely going to give this one a 3 star. And the only reason I'm giving it a 3 star is because it's definitely one of the best early game methods out there to get you your first 5 to 10 million pretty easily. Now on to method number, what is it, 4 now? Dang, 4. We have spawners. So spawners are all very good, at least for most of them. You can use pig spawners for butchers, you can use skelly spawners for bones and sell the bones on orders, or you can use iron golem spawners and sell the iron. Iron golem spawners are very underrated for most people, but we'll just talk about skelly spawners for now. Skelly spawners right now are going for about $3 million each, so you only really need like a third of a spawner to get your first million, and they only cost 500 shards. You just need to AFK maybe one night and you get about 1.5 spawners, which is absolutely amazing. These are definitely one of the best investments you can get into right now. So I'm definitely gonna have to give this one a difficulty rating of 3 stars because they do get very expensive to get if you want to buy them from a person, or they just take a long time to build up a large amount. So the difficulty is definitely 3 stars. Profitability, I'm definitely going to give this one a 5 star. It's probably the first 5 star profitability that we're going to have. And the only reason I do this is because recently, I don't remember who released the farm, but it was a bone farm where you needed 100,000 skelly spawners, which is a lot. I don't think anyone on the server has that many skellies, but it made $84 billion a day, which is insanity. If you just run that for a week, you're already at battle top. So this is definitely one of the best methods. Okay, now on to method number 5. We're already halfway through the video. Isn't that crazy? If y'all are enjoying, please like and subscribe. It really helps me out in growing as a small channel. Okay, so on to method 5. It's definitely going to be villagers and mending books. These are a very, very, very good method. They are extremely difficult though, because villagers are very hard to find on this server nowadays. But with the new border expansion that's coming, there will be thousands of new villages that you can just go take villagers and build a base. Mending books on average go for about 30,000 each, so around 33 to 34 of them should get you to that 1 million mark, which is extremely easy if you've been curing your villagers and only have to spend 1 emerald per mending book, which is amazing. So I'm gonna have to give this a difficulty rating of 4 stars because right now it is extremely difficult to get villagers if finding any at all. You'd have to get a zombie villager and then cure it from there, which is definitely one of the more difficult ways to do it. Also, they're very easy to find, especially with hacks being so prominent nowadays. They can turn on entity hacks and just find any mob near them. And if they see a villager near them, they're gonna think it's a base, raid it, and kill the villager. So definitely one of the more difficult bases to build, but the profitability on the other hand, I don't even think I spelled that right. I'm definitely gonna have to give it a 5 star. This is our second 5 star of the video, and it's definitely one of the best middle game methods, I would say. It is very, very good, and it can make you tons of money if you just sell different enchanted books, because some are rarer than others. On to method number 6, which we're going to do mining. So only 20 deep slate diamond ores can get you to $1 million if they sell for about $50,000 to $60,000. So I'm definitely gonna have to give this one a difficulty rating of 2. This one is definitely one of the more easier methods, and all you really need for it is a silk touch pickaxe. For profitability, I'm definitely gonna have to give it a 2 star as well, because it definitely does take time to get all these ores, and it's not really worth it if you're kind of middle to late game on the server. Alright, on to method number 7. Method number 7 is investing. I would recommend investing in Gilded Blackstone, Elytras, and Netherite ingots. Each of these are for different levels of your gameplay. Early game, middle game, late game. All of these are in limited supply, so their value generally only goes up as people die with the items and lose them permanently. Some things despawn, some things burn, and things like that. These can drive up the price of all of these items here. So I'm definitely going to have to give this one a difficulty rating of 3 stars. Because it's not the easiest method, definitely, and it does take a lot of time for these to increase in value and so on and so forth. And you can lose a lot of money if they tank in value. The profitability, I'm definitely gonna have to put this at a 4 star because it's definitely one of the best methods if you hit big on an early investment when it drops very low and you buy a lot and then you end up selling it very high. I remember I bought Gilded Blackstone at 300,000 each about 2 months ago and ended up selling it now at about 1.3 to 1.5 million each. So that's over a 500% profit margin off of just one Gilded Blackstone. And I sold 2 or 3 stacks. So this is definitely a very good method if you get to hit big. On to method number 8. Method number 8 would be brewing potions. Potions like fire resistance, swiftness, strength, and the turtle master potions are all very good to sell as players are PvPing all the time on the server and could always use more potions. Some potions like fire resistance, swiftness, and strength go for anywhere from 15 to 40k, while Turtle Master potions sit in the higher range, anywhere from 100 to about 300k per Turtle Master potion. So you can definitely make a lot of money making these potions. So I'm gonna definitely have to set the difficulty rating to about 2 stars. 2 stars definitely is a safe bet and can definitely put us in that position where it's, hey, it's a good method early game, but it's not like a really good method if you have like $1 billion on the server in the later game. But you can definitely make a lot of good early game money with this. The profitability is definitely gonna have to sit at 3 stars. It's very good and has very good profit margins, especially if you're buying all the things to make the potions off of AH. Um, you can definitely make that cheaper by going to the shop and going to the nether section. There's a lot of brewing materials there so that you don't have to pay the overpriced payment over on the auction house. But if you find it cheaper on the auction house, definitely do that. It increases your margins and you can make more money. This next method is definitely going to have to be auction flipping. I'd recommend auction flipping repeaters, comparators, levers, sticky pistons, chests, slime blocks, honey blocks, and target blocks. These are all necessary for a lot of farms on DonutSMP, so there's always a need for these. I'm definitely gonna have to give this one a difficulty rating of definitely somewhere around 2 to 3 stars. I'm just going to say 3 stars because it does get difficult when you try to make honey blocks and target blocks because those are kind of expensive to purchase the items for and things like that. So definitely a difficulty rating of 3. Definitely have to give the profitability a 3 star as well. You can definitely make a lot of money doing this, especially if you're building a farm and you buy too many of the item, so then you sell the other leftover items to make some money back on your farm. Definitely a good way to spend less so you can make more. So it's overall it's a good side method. I wouldn't really recommend it over any of these other methods here, but as a side thing to do while you're doing these other methods would definitely be a good one. And last but not least, method number 10 is definitely going to be raiding bases. From raiding bases, you could get gilded blackstone, netherite ingots, monster spawners, netherite chestplates, and armor, and elytras. These are all some of the rarest items you can find in these bases, and I've seen some players get some insane stashes where there's thousands of spawners in them. Each spawner is about $3 million, so if you find in a 1,000 spawner base, you're making $3 billion off of one base. So it's definitely one of the greatest methods out there. Now I'm going to have to give it a difficulty rating pretty high at about 5 star. This is our only 5 star difficulty rating. And the only reason I give it that 5 star is because it's very difficult to find bases nowadays, and especially with a new border expansion that's coming out soon, it's going to be even harder to find bases, which makes it easier for people building massive farms and things like that, but makes it more difficult for you when you're looking for bases. The profitability rating, I'm definitely gonna have to give 5 stars as well. You could find one really good skeleton spawner base with thousands of spawners in it and be set for the rest of your playthrough on the server. Over 800 spawners at a base, and you could be a billionaire. So it's definitely one of the best methods out there, but it's definitely one of the most difficult ones out there. I hope you guys did end up enjoying this video here that I made. And enjoying all the methods and the way I explained them. If you have any ideas on other methods I can rank and put into this room, let me know in the comments. If you have any other ideas for videos, also let me know, because I have zero ideas. I'm just clueless. I just make videos whenever I can. I hope you all did enjoy. Please like and subscribe as it helps my channel grow. And that's all. Thank you.